Hello and welcome to Guilted Into It. We are here. We are -1.
Oh my God.
Well, you leave it to me. You don't ever want to do it. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know if I like being in the middle like this. I feel
No,
like
I
all
don't-
the focus
I-
is on me.
I know.
I don't like being on the end.
I don't like
You're
because
always
now
on
I'm
the
like
And I hate it.
I'm like this. Then
Yeah.
So you don't have to
Welcome
look
to
I'm
the
not
so
club.
looking at you.
Welcome to the
Gonna
club.
look at you
no,
anyway.
you're not the center right now, and it
No,
bothers you.
right.
Just say it.
No, that's not
The
it.
problem.
That's not it. We got a lot to talk about though.
Well, but we better have a lot to talk about because we don't have Susie interrupt us here.
That's
going to
true.
take up a lot
That's-
of our time. So we're
We're
better
gonna
have a
really
lot to
We
say.
breeze through some topics pretty quick.
We're gonna really see
are.
how much time she wastes for
Yes,
us.
probably a good amount, and we're going to find out tonight that we really have nothing to say at all.
Well, no, I don't
Where
think
am I
that's
supposed to look?
I
Can
don't
someone
think
tell
that's
me?
the
Look that-
case.
look over there.
I don't think that's the case. I think that we usually have a lot to talk about, but then she interrupts us, and then we lose our train of thought, and then we forget what we were going to say, and then we just kind of move on to the next.
Awkwardly move on to the next
Awkwardly move on because you're usually yelling at her or something.
I don't know how I always get. You're the one constantly yelling at her to stop.
I'm just tapping.
Let's not speak ill of Judy.
Don't
when
worry.
she's
No,
not
she's
here.
so. Where is
Like,
Judy
she's
tonight?
at her bowling dinner tonight.
She's at her bowl.
to-
Do they get awards?
I'm sure they give them.
I wonder.
Well, they win money if they win
Yeah.
in the higher, if they place.
Yeah,
For a second
she's
or
won
third.
money before. I don't know if she's winning
Yes.
this time. She might be. She did really well, but
I don't know. Every time you talk to her, she won. So
I know she was mad because she had on a different outfit, but the weather was bad and she was cold. So she had to change her outfit. Stupid May.
well,
It's
the rainy
May.
season. We're in our rainy season.
I know,
I
but
thought May was flowers.
yeah, I thought it was April
think
showers
that's-
bring May flowers.
Yeah. Well, September is supposed to be fall, and it's still hot as hell. So
Well, no, September 20th is the first day of fall, so the beginning of September is still summer.
and October is still hot as hell.
Yeah, well, Indian summer. Now that we've got the seasons all worked out.
Yeah, weather talk.
Indian summer
Grilling.
is that politically correct?
What?
Indian summer, are we allowed to still say
Oh,
that?
you know, I don't know.
Anyway,
Anyhow, so I'm just pulling up the comments, of which there are none right now.
well, because we've been on
So-
for 2.5
No, I
minutes.
know. So I just want to make sure it's there. We're good. We're going. So let's
Nothing to
start
comment on.
with the big news, the big family news. This was a really great past weekend, Mother's Day. We had a lovely Mother's Day, but the real action happened on Saturday.
Oh.
You want to say it?
Oh, the picture's up.
Oh, she said yes. Sarah Jane said yes to Brian and got engaged.
Oh, it was
And
conveniently left out of this photo.
it
All
was
right.
very,
Yeah, we did have a full family photo. You could
we
have
did, but it wasn't good. And then I would hear that I look weird, so I just picked a
Okay.
photo.
Hold on, let me just. Okay.
Well,
I was
it-
trying to put myself in there.
Yes, they are engaged.
They are
They are.
engaged. And it was
Starting
nice.
off on the
Nice.
journey that is marital bliss.
Yes.
And then I'll be the maid of honor again.
Again.
My duties never end.
They don't. It's and I'm going to be the mother of the bride, so now I have
Now, are you going to wear some sort of flashy dress to her wedding?
flashy? No.
Not Roseanne.
No. Classy.
I saw a picture
You're
of a
gonna say it,
bride
right?
recently, and the mother-in-law was in like a blue gown. I actually don't remember who this was, but there was like a whole feather like.
No,
movement
I'm
on top.
not a feather person.
I didn't say that you were, but you like a little.
Well, when
Bling.
it's about me, like at my retirement party,
When
I
you wore a
went.
full sequin gown.
Yes, and I went full glitz. Judy's watching at her dinner. We miss you, Mom. How's the food? I already know the answer to this question. I didn't even have to ask
Yeah.
it, but I know what she's going to
Where's
say.
the dinner?
I don't know.
Gachadoro.
Oh,
Oh.
Gachadoro. Oh, so the food's good then. Then she'll
Okay,
be
well, that's good.
she'll be happy with the food.
Gachadoro one. Montauk Highway, that one. That's the one they're
I
at.
don't know if anyone wants to go
I
meet
believe.
Judy.
Oh, the big one.
Yeah,
Gachadoro
the
too.
Big one.
Oh, good. That's good. But
Anyway.
see, we just got off track because I said Judy's watching even when she's
Yeah.
not here. No, I will not be. Glitzy. I want to look elegant, and I want to look appropriate.
Yes.
Do you think she's going to ask me to be in the wedding?
No.
Sarah?
So I'm going to be nothing. Once again.
You know, you
A
have a
guest.
daughter who's going to get married someday.
I'll
That is
just
true.
be a guest.
That is true. Grace will get married one day. And then you'll be the mother of the
God
bride.
willing.
Right?
Well, not at the rate that you're helping her at this point.
Well, it was. So it was a glorious.
Glorious.
It was a glorious weekend.
Wow.
It's a big deal. This is
Mom,
a huge.
I've never heard you use the term glorious
well,
to describe anything.
this was glorious.
All right.
What?
Glorious?
Yeah, it was a great. All right, it was.
I know
it
what
was,
glorious means.
It,
I just
I'm trying to come up with a different. It was a wonderful day.
yes, it was
It
ethereal,
was.
even.
Okay,
All right.
you know,
Divine.
I'm crazy now.
I can't with you. I really can't with
No,
you.
it was glorious.
It was delightful.
Can't stand you. And now we're already planning the engagement party.
Yes.
So my jobs have already started. Cha-ching, cha-ching. More money, more money.
Yes.
Yeah. And all right, so I get made fun of. Come on. How much better was I at pickleball this week?
Yes, you have improved. You're not the worst person on our team anymore.
That was
I'm
fast.
not.
No, she's not good yet, but she's improved because I did get
She
her.
stopped hurling her body to the ball.
Yes, I got her 2 very beneficial gifts for Mother's Day.
She did.
One, I got her a sourdough bread making kit so that her bread doesn't look like a cat's throw up.
How good did it look?
I'm not going to lie.
Wait, did you get a new one? You made a new one? Let me see it.
Okay.
So I'm not going to lie. When she walked in the door with a little baggie full of her bread, I was nervous.
Of course.
Because
should.
what you guys don't know is on that same day of that lovely engagement that occurred, I had remembered that these two were talking about that you store the bread
Okay, it still
in the pot, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know why, I looked in the pot, and lo and behold, the bread was still in there. It was not good.
No.
mold spores.
So it did have mold on it.
It did.
And I
It
was
did.
nervous when she walked in with bread tonight. I was like, oh my God. I know I have to pretend that it's good.
Is it good though? I have
But
to
no,
be honest.
it came out very good. She
Okay.
toasted it up and
'Cause
she
it
put
doesn't
butter on
look
it.
right.
It was delicious.
It looks better, but it doesn't look right. It's
Let me see
flat.
what it looked like when it
because
was.
it needs to have some sort of volume to it.
It wasn't flat.
No, it is. It's
Let
like.
me see your picture.
Look. Let me.
Did
Just
you put it
compare
up there?
No, I didn't put it up there.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying you might have a bad starter. Is all I'm saying. Cause look at my bread. That's how sourdough's supposed to look.
She was able to make a panini out of her bread.
All right,
I
so
don't think
maybe
you
And
could
what
have made
is
a
going
panini.
on there?
Maybe
You
And
could
let
have
me
made a
ask you this.
biscotti
Do-
out of your
you-
bread.
That's what I'm saying. It's giving biscotti.
Okay.
Did you
But it was
score
delicious.
it with the razor?
I tried, but
What do you mean you tried?
I didn't really know what to do, so I skipped
You
that
just
step.
cut a little slit in the top with the razor. Because what looks like is
Wait a
happening
minute.
here, and now I'm no expert, but what looks like is happening there is because you don't score it, it doesn't bloom out.
Okay, so when do you score it?
At the end, right before you put it in the oven.
When did you score it?
When did you
I
score
didn't.
She tried to
So
score
you
it after
didn't-
it was after it was.
No,
cooked.
I didn't.
So you didn't take the razor out at all.
No.
So I got you a kit with everything you needed, and you decided one of the tools wasn't necessary.
Well, I didn't.
And now that's why your bread looks like that.
She
All
didn't
right,
read
but
the
it's
Flat.
still good,
It's flat.
like your hair.
Ooh,
And that
was
wasn't
not nice.
right.
Well, you're picking on me.
Well, I'm trying to teach you.
Well, you need to come
And
over and school
You
me
don't
there.
take
oh,
constructive criticism.
oh, Baker.
I'm just telling you.
You're
My
home.
first try, mine looked incredible.
Okay.
All right, Betty
And
Crocker, calm,
moving-
just
calm
saying,
down.
I'm
Moving
just
on to
saying.
the next great gift
The
that you
second
gave
great
me.
gift I got you, of course, was pickleball paddles to improve your game.
Yes.
And improve it did.
Are these magic pickleball paddles?
No, they're just a little bit more high quality than what she was using.
And they are pretty.
Yes, they are pretty.
They've got flowers on one side and then a pretty green color on the other side. And
Yes.
I feel,
It's very nice of you.
and a
You're a good
bag.
daughter.
Thanks. You what?
And
Oh,
a bag and balls
Yes.
for the ball bag.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody needs a good bowl bag.
Who doesn't need a
Just
good
saying.
ball
Yes,
bag?
and you did play better. I will say that.
I did. We even won a
But
game together.
something did happen this
Oh,
week at pickleball
yes, it did.
that I
But
can't
wait,
ignore.
before you, just make sure you give the whole story. Don't paint me in a bad
I'm gonna
light.
give the whole story.
Okay.
We were playing a game, rigorous game, and she was holding her own. She was hitting volleys. We haven't fully learned where to place ourselves on the court because she'll kind of be right in the middle so that she's not close enough to get anything up front, but also not far enough back to get anything far back. So one was hit kind of at her feet a little bit, and she tried to backpedal back to get it, and she did fall on her ass, and all I saw out of the corner of my eye were her feet laid out. It was kind of like in The Wizard of Oz, where the house falls on the witch and you just see her feet shooting out. That's what I saw out of my periphery.
Uh-huh.
And I had to continue playing the point. And
But
we lost the point.
no, we didn't.
we
No,
did. No,
I
we
got
lost.
the ball over.
Yes, but we lost the point
yes,
ultimately.
but no. See, but I
Oh.
don't care about that part. The point is,
Well-
I fell, but still got the ball over the net,
That is true.
Well, you
And-
left that part.
and then I got
Well-
right back up.
Yes, probably with another dent in your ass.
Probably
Still there, huh?
still there, dented. Yes, but I did. I'm
Dented
actually
still.
excited and looking forward to next Monday,
Good.
and then I won't be at pickleball the following Monday, and I
You
won't
won't?
be here that
She'll be
29th.
away.
Are we playing pickleball on
remember?
Memorial Day?
Oh no, probably not.
No.
I would think not. You never know, though. All right.
Well, we'll look into that.
So
But you
how
improved.
I thank you. I appreciate that. you
Yes.
know. And
Now Sarah's the worst one on our team.
she'll get there.
Sorry, Sarah.
She'll
But
get there though.
that's- Yes, she's improving as well.
I mean, you know,
She just has to
it's-
hit it a little harder.
It's like I never played tennis, so I'm literally learning from scratch.
That's true.
So, little practice.
Much like with your bread. Things take time.
Okay.
You improve in small
Yes.
increments.
But it was definitely improved. It was very good.
And it's
Yes.
tasty.
Does Sarah
Thank you.
watch the
Yes.
podcast by?
Yes, she
Oh,
does.
and she's gonna be upset that I said that. But Sarah, the
Sometimes.
them's the breaks.
truth is
Isn't
the
that
truth.
what they say?
All right.
Right? Truth hurts, but you know what?
Happens.
We're all getting better. We're all there for a good time.
That's how you make changes, right?
What?
By, you get feedback and whatnot.
Yes.
Right?
she's not good
Sometimes
with
it's not good feedback, but
Right.
feedback
I'm good with
nonetheless.
feedback, but you are sometimes you're aggressive.
Not aggressive. I'm direct.
Well, the
Nobody likes
the
to
name
hear
of
the
this
truth.
the name of this episode is about change.
Oh, is it?
It is because I
Good
have
to
to
know.
I have to
Yep.
come up with all the titles, and I have to. So I just had to come up with a title.
I got here right before the show, and I had to eat my leftovers from last night in record time.
You don't
which
have a
was
job.
delight. Right. You're unemployed.
I'm not unemployed.
You're
I'm
unemployed.
retired.
You're unemployed.
All right, but
You got time on your hands.
You
On
got
your
time.
little hands.
a lot
And
of
your baby
time on
hands.
those baby hands. That's
Yes.
right.
Well,
Some
but
of
I'm,
us were at work today.
I'm packing. I'm moving. I'm packing.
I'm
All
trying
these
to
I'm
things
pack
are
packing
are
my
in your
suitcase
control, is
for
what
my
I'm saying.
vacation.
It's all
I'm
control.
busy.
I'm going to a wedding tomorrow in Montauk, and I have to pack. And yet here I am. So,
Well, you just wait till the last minute.
no,
Will that ever change?
no.
Who's getting married now?
One of my friends from college. The one I went to Savannah for her bachelorette party.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're
So-
wedding out in Montauk this weekend.
All right. So So what was the?
Okay, moving
What
on.
was the? Well, I just want to continue.
Yeah, bring up your topics.
No, the first it was about change that and so much has changed.
Okay.
Not necessarily for the good either.
This is a lot of vagueness. I need you to
Yeah,
put some
like,
meat
is
on
this
this.
change within our lives? Is this
This is
Within
any
the
kind of
world.
change. First of all,
Did you just think of a
no.
buzzword for
Raise
today?
your hand if you hate change.
I despise
I
change.
think
It's never been good.
I'm going to be a half raise. I think it depends.
Like on what?
I I think I'm like a creature of habit in some ways. Like, I'll get the same thing at Chipotle every time I go. So, yeah, if they don't have an ingredient that I like, I'm going to be annoyed by that. For
If there's a
instance,
risotto
and this
on
might
the
be a
menu.
good time to say that they never have the vinaigrette when you want it, and something has to be done about that.
You hear that, Chipotle? Get on it.
Regardless, I digress. I think you need to change and evolve as a person.
You do, but that doesn't always happen. Or you change in other ways. But that's not the kind of change, though. I mean, yes, I agree with you. You have to change and evolve as a person.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I mean, I'm different than I was when I was younger. I
oh yeah, you
changed.
are. Oh yeah.
I used to take all this shit when I was younger.
Right.
That's
Now
why they
she's a
don't like it now.
biatch. But I'm talking about some of the stuff, like, for example, today, all right? The service industry has changed so much for the bad.
Okay.
For the bad. Nobody.
For the worst? I think it's for the worst.
For the worst,
For the
but
bad?
for the
What
bad.
kind of English teacher are you? Of course.
I'm not.
Oh,
Remember, I'm retired. I don't work
for
anymore.
the bad?
For the bad.
It's changed for the bad. Okay. Go ahead.
It's changed for the worse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I went
I
into
feel like
the
that's proper,
bagel
so.
store today because I was
Right.
a little hungry after the gym and I was going to get my hair done. Do you like it? I got it colored today.
Oh,
And
looks
no
same.
more grays.
Looks good. Yeah.
And I wanted an bacon, egg, and cheese on a mini everything.
It's always with the fucking mini bagels.
I don't want the huge bagel. I just
Get
wanted
it
the
scooped
little.
out and eat half.
No. Here's the point. I didn't get it anyway because the woman doesn't listen and just made it on a regular everything bagel.
Because that's how normal people have
And she
sandwiches.
brought it over, and I went, "That's a mini?" And she went, "Oh, you wanted mini?" Like, your only job is to take my order at that moment and write it down. You wrote it down.
Now, let's go back to a second.
And here's why I got mad. Let me finish. One bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel and a small coffee. How much?
Oh, that's going to be probably $9 at least now.
$9.50.
Yep.
$9.50, and I didn't even want. I only ate half of it.
Well, unfortunately, you don't get to pay for things by how much of it you will eat.
Well, but I ordered the small one.
It doesn't matter. It's
For
still egg sandwich.
But
So this is why I'm telling you, as someone, listen, I
But at
worked in
least
the
then
bagel industry.
that's
So
true.
I'm trying to tell you,
forgot you were-
if I'm behind the register and your little tiny ass comes up and wants a mini bagel with the bacon, egg, and cheese, you're getting charged for a bacon, egg, and cheese.
I don't
And
care.
but you might as well get the regular one and eat what you can.
But it was
And then-
wasted. It was wasted
Well, that's on you.
because I couldn't
Bring
I
a friend. Bring a small friend.
I
Bring Loli. Lola will eat your eggs
Lola
that
would
you
have.
don't want.
And then the car stunk of like egg when I got back in the car.
I mean,
Sure.
You brought eggs in there.
Yeah, I know, but whatever. The point is, nobody listens. Nobody listens anymore. I tried to make an appointment today, right? Waxing appointment. You don't get a person anymore.
To
You
wax
get an
you?
automated. No, to make the appointment. You get the automated. We are busy right now. Please go to our website, and it's easier to get an appointment that way. And if you must, text us, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Nobody answers the phone anymore. And then, like, what if I didn't want? What if there was something I wanted that wasn't on the menu, or if they only had one thing and I just only like
What do you
eyebrows
need
and
waxed
lip?
so it's not on the menu?
Well, I'm just saying.
This sounds like a
It's a
first world
personal problem.
Well, I'm just.
Well, as I told you before, I was trying to get in touch with the company that my husband bought me a beautiful ring at, and I
first
was
world problem.
sending it back
Poor baby.
to get sized. And in order to do that, I had to get information. So I called them on their number, and I waited for an hour for someone to pick up the phone.
That's insane.
A whole hour.
That is insane.
And when I said, "What took so long?" they were like, "Yeah, we're busy." An hour? I mean, I don't understand. So I had to call them back today to make sure they received said ring.
Mm.
And thankfully, I was only on hold for like a minute and a half. I was like, "What changed? I don't understand what's different."
Maybe you called it the
But-
high
Peak
I don't know.
ring
The
time.
peak call time, yes.
But I do hate waiting. I hate having to call certain places like Verizon
Oh,
or, they just, you wait on hold forever. And the worst is Sirius Radio. Do you ever have to
Never
call
called them.
Sirius Radio?
Never called them.
They say so much on that phone call that it's like, they're like, do you understand? And I'm like, nope, but I don't want you to say it again
Yeah.
because it took you forever. I'll just pay the bill when it comes. I don't know.
Now, surprisingly, this will surprise you. I had to recently call PSE&G and National Grid because I'm moving, so I have to get the account set up. Easy peasy. Got a person on the phone, 1 minute. Oh, Miss Sorrentino, not a problem. We'll get that done right away. But here's what you do today. Here's your new account number.
Done.
Done. Nobody was more surprised at that than I was.
Do you know what I was very surprised at? The first time I called Roberts College to ask someone, like I needed some information, they picked up and said hello.
Rare.
They said the name of the college, but there was no automation. It was, Bursar's office.
Wow,
How
that's
may I
some
help
old
you?
school stuff.
I was like, what is this?
That is
It
some
was
old school
bizarro,
stuff.
But it was great. I didn't have to wait. I got my question answered, and it was done.
That's
Oh,
because you guys are
good.
doing things the old school way. Like I recently had a question for Geico, and I got on my little app and I texted them, and I was like, "Why is my bill so high?" And they were like, "That's just how it is now." And I was like, "Thank you very much," and moved on.
So I just saw a comment. Dorian said, "Hi everyone. Quiet without Judy."
It is. I
And you
told
know
it
what?
was going to be quiet.
It's not the same.
Right? We don't
I
have
think-
the same chemistry.
I think any one of us could not be here, and it was fine.
I feel like that was a dig against
That's
me.
tough.
No.
That was tough to hear.
It's all of us.
Yeah,
She's the glue.
she's the
Well,
glue.
we'll see when you're not here. We'll see.
You'll see.
You'll see.
But I'm calling in live from where I am. So
Oh Lord.
yeah. So
So now.
all right, I'm
what?
out of topics.
So now what?
That's all you brought to the table is you had a bad egg
Change.
sandwich.
Well, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's just
Oh.
that was just part of
It
it.
was the whole change thing.
Change.
All right. Well,
'Cause,
this,
I-
this is too vague.
Well, we have a lot of I have a lot of change coming up.
Okay, yeah, you're moving.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you gonna get rid of?
You.
I'm just saying.
Well, it's a big deal. It's like I'm packing everything up. You know, you
Yes.
walk down memory lane, you look at pictures, think of what you thought your life was going to be, and then you look at the shit show that it is, and you
Oh.
go, "How'd that happen?"
Wow.
Kidding.
Depressing.
It's a joke.
Depressing.
It's a joke. It's a joke. No, it's just
Lola
Lola
going
is
to be,
really-
upset.
Lola is going to
You're
have the
taking away her
toughest.
freedom. You're stripping her of her freedom by
Yeah, she's
bringing
not
her
going
to
to
a
have a
55
yard
and
to run
over.
around in.
Yeah,
And you've given her a little piece of turf the size of this table.
the
if
porch
that.
potty.
No, this table
It's actually
is
half
big.
this table.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna like it.
I
I
don't
actually had a
think so.
dream the other night. This is funny. I had a dream that you were trying to get her to use the porch potty, and she looked at you, and she walked across the room and shit on your kitchen floor. So I do think
That
that's.
is
reality.
accurate.
I think that's
gonna
actually
happen.
a prophecy.
I think that is. I think that could probably.
Yeah.
I think I had a vision.
Well, because when you stand her on it, she goes like this,
yeah, she doesn't.
and she doesn't do anything.
She was sniffing at it the other day. Well, it does. It makes me a little sad, and that was, that was one of the things that kept me from making the move because I did. I felt bad for her, but it's not like she's, a 60-pound, 70-pound dog. She's a 10-pound Chihuahua. She could do a couple of laps around that apartment and be tuckered out. And I'll just have to take her on extra walks and bring her to Aunt Amy so she can run around.
So here you were talking about change. So my question to you now is, when I need you to watch Oliver Dave, how's that going to work?
Oh, I can watch him.
Maybe you'll get one of those little belts where you clip the leashes to them, and you could walk around like that.
I don't think I need a belt. I can just hold 2 leashes. I'm not feeble.
No, I'm just saying. I
Well,
think it would
but
be funny.
Although I am going to have to
Maybe-
get one of those little wire carts because it's a far walk from my car.
It really is
to
so
my
far.
front door
It's
now.
so far.
If I have
Right.
packages
One little
and
old
stuff.
lady carts.
Yeah.
And then you can just up the
You have to
stairs
hoist
Well,
with it.
No, mommy said to me, she goes, "Oh, I have one of those special carts that it's made to go up the stairs. I'll look for it. I never used it. I'll give it to you."
Yeah, she'll look for it. She never used it. Why doesn't she use it?
How does it go up the stairs?
It does. It's something with the wheels. I think they
Are they-
rotate as you pull it up.
Well, that wheels typically.
No, it's like
Rotate.
2 wheels, and I think as you pull it up, it goes down, and the next wheel comes around.
Mm,
Why doesn't she use it?
she should. use
Because
that
she calls us to
her
bring the
things
water upstairs.
Judy.
Well, she showed up to Mother's Day with her garbage in her car.
Again, that's a chronic problem. If you start driving around with your garbage in the car, we're going to have a problem.
And she goes to me, "And make sure that you don't take your garbage out at night, because there's critters."
What do you, she thinks you're gonna get attacked
I guess I
on
don't
your way to
know.
the
Well,
dumpster?
as it is, I mean, she's got to walk into the dark abyss at the back
Right.
of the
Yes,
place at night. It's
I'd
going
be
to be
more worried
really
about
dark.
that.
I would not be
Who's
walking
gonna
back
get her?
there.
She's in a 55 and over. She could probably outrun half of them.
Not the guy jumping through the bushes
yeah,
from Moffett
like
Boulevard.
who knows that no one could run away from him?
He doesn't know who he's dealing with.
I
He
don't
doesn't.
like- I don't-
He doesn't.
I'm not happy.
I'll get him with these little.
You have
Bony
very
knuckles.
hard hands.
I'm not happy about this.
I'm not happy. It's
I'm not.
fine.
It's you got to walk back there. You love to come home late at night. You love to fuck around like that, and I'm not happy.
My
about it.
neighbors are in their 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
Respect. I
no
saw
one's
them.
gonna hear you screaming.
I saw them.
They probably pop their hearing aids out at
They're
night.
making it to their door. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it.
Nobody wants them. No offense,
Wow. That is
but they don't.
ageist.
Well,
It's not ageist, but
they probably have more money than I do, so you're probably better off
I
going
don't
after
know.
them.
I still don't like it.
Okay.
Well,
Duly
see how it
noted.
goes. We'll see how it
I
goes.
don't like, now, so Grace is starting to drive, right? She can drive to work. And now I have this whole other worry now, right? She parks in the back. There's a parking lot in the back of the pizza place. And now I'm like, she's not going to pay attention while she's walking to her car. She's probably got her head in her phone.
Right.
Anyone could roll up on her. It's a whole new thing to worry about now.
Yep.
And I told her, you gotta make sure someone walks you to the car and head on a swivel. You have to be looking around you. Don't
Aware.
be looking down at your phone.
That's why girls in New York City are getting punched in the face, because they're walking down the street, they're on their phone, nobody sees it coming.
Yeah.
They're resentful though. You're all resentful when
What did I do?
when we check in on you.
No, I would never be resentful for that because she doesn't check in on me ever. Actually.
Well, Grace the other day.
You have no idea how I look up your location every time you're out, and when I see that your little phone is at Holland's Lane.
I understand that, but it would be nice to know that you cared because sometimes I will text you in the dead of night, and again, I'll say this again on the podcast, you don't answer me in the morning because I don't know what that is. I have to get in touch with you again in the morning because you will not address what was sent to you while you were sleeping.
I don't
It is like it did not
I
happen. You
figure-
restored
well,
a
she
factory
probably
settings every
looks
day.
at it in a stupor and forgets that it's there.
And I'm going to do the Wordle, and you're going to get the Wordle post, so then you'll know I'm alive.
But that makes me more mad is when I texted you something the night before and then you send me the Wordle because I know you're on your phone. I know you've seen it. And then you chose to do a word game instead of address that.
Well, maybe I didn't feel that even answering it would be relevant anymore, so I just don't. By the way, hi, Fat Jay. How
I'm
you
just
doing?
saying, I'm pretty sure I called you the other morning to talk to you about something. And you were mad at me because I called you in the middle of Project Makeover. So
That's a
I
good
Your
got
priorities
30,
are
I
out of
got
whack.
30 minutes free. You can't squander that when you get the 30 minutes.
You can, put her on speaker and go back to your
I
game.
do, but
and
it's
then,
still
but then
hard
I
to
feel like I'm getting
concentrate.
half of her
She
attention.
is, because I'm trying to beat this one level that I'm stuck on now, and
So annoying. I would have bought like 50 boosters already.
I don't.
I
I don't
got
buy
past
the.
it.
I don't buy the gems.
I'm waiting on my game. I play Crazy Diner. When you mess up on a level enough, the special booster pack pops up, and it's the best one. It's $1.99, and you get all of the boosters for 15 whole minutes. and there's food shooting everywhere.
Is this what
Great.
happens when you age? Like,
Yes.
do you care about these little games?
Yeah. Because they're the mindless,
The things you
stuff.
don't have to
It's
think
the
about.
Stuff you don't have to think. Exactly.
Speaking
'Cause
of little
all you
games,
do is think about stuff.
My
all
life
day
is
long.
just full. Oh, by the way, I beat you both. Well, no, I don't know if you did the mini, but I beat you
I
and
did
Doug
the
today
today
on the
you
mini.
beat me, but I beat you, kicked your ass bad the day before.
I did the mini.
Speaking of,
In?
57 seconds.
ooh, I think we both beat you.
Yeah, I think I was in the 30s. I think I was
in
38.
the 40s today. Anyway, something that I discovered on the big crossword 48 today
Mm-hmm.
was a little something called a rebus. Anyone hear about
Is
this?
this interesting?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
We always talk
wait.
about our word games, and because I was solving the crossword on Saturday, and it was Sunday, it was difficult, of course, and I was stumped because the answer should have been hot cocoa, and it didn't have enough spaces for hot cocoa. So me and Sarah were going back and forth trying to figure this out. Well, she Googled it, and apparently, for the New York Times crossword, Thursday and Sunday are rebus days. A rebus, you might be wondering, is when you could click the rebus button and then you can fit more than one letter in one square. How ridiculous
Why?
is that?
That's silly.
Why? I don't understand.
Well, tomorrow's a rebus day, so beware.
Did you do the
Anyone
puzzle
who's playing.
today?
Yes, but I didn't finish it all.
Okay, because there was a little something happening when you put a word in a certain square and then a little thing popped up and it popped up and went away so quick that I couldn't.
No, that's when you get like halfway or something, it'll tell you.
What do you mean? No, I got the whole word. What do you mean halfway?
Like you're halfway done with the puzzle.
No, that wasn't it.
Was it a little blue thing that popped up?
She doesn't know.
I can read, and I can read quickly. And I can see.
That is
So I think
a plus.
that's
That's a plus.
I'm the more reliable source here.
And I can.
'Cause your eyes are going for the bad.
Wait, I'm sorry, but your husband is watching, and he said, "Stop with the $1.99 boost."
Well, him and I played together because we figured out, we beat the game, right? We figured out 4 hands is better than 2 hands. So he does the left side of the board, and I'm on the right side, and but I think they're on to us. They're on to us.
They're not on to
They
you.
are, because there's no way that we should be like short a customer. It's bullshit. So, but then the booster will pop up, and I'll go, "There it is, buy," and he's like, "Come on." I will buy it every time.
All right. All right, we're gonna take a break. We are at the half-hour mark. We're gonna take a quick break here, and a word from our wonderful sponsor, which has been very busy. So if you're
Very
looking for some
busy.
sort of a party
Really quick,
planning thing,
today on News 12, they highlighted a different company.
That will remain nameless.
That will remain nameless because I can't give them any more.
no,
business.
but
But we do outside too.
so
They don't do outside.
take a minute
We only
and
do indoor.
look at
Wow, you
our
should get
commercial
advertising.
from Intense Events.
Yes,
Glamping
we're booking
and
up quickly for the
picnics.
summer, so
Glamping and picnics.
get in touch
Indoor
with
and
us.
outdoor parties.
Tired of the same old birthday party? Looking for new ideas? Then look no further. Let Intense Events supply you with everything you need for a successful sleepover party, indoors or outdoors. You can choose from one of our many themes, or we can create any party theme you want. We set it up, we pick it up. All you do is enjoy. We also do indoor or outdoor picnics, complete with decor, seating, and more. The picnic setup is ideal for bridal party gatherings, wine and cheese nights, or a wedding proposal, or even an elegant lunch. We offer many services for all of your party needs, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or you can email us at ourintenseevents.com or call 631-709-2660. so we just checked out the crossword. We're both kind of in the same
Yes.
area, but intense events. Yes, you're doing very well. I'm very proud of you. Your business is
Booming.
It is.
Is it booming?
We're busy.
Good.
We have a booked weekend this weekend. You know, we've got quite a few parties set up for the near future.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of quotes out there that we're waiting for some information on. But yeah, we're doing
Well,
pretty good.
we're gonna have
Alright.
wonderful pictures to share from the engagement party.
Yes, we will be decorating
Oh,
Yes,
for
lovely.
said engagement party.
yes,
That's
yes,
good.
we will.
So
And we didn't decide what we were going to talk about the second half, did we?
No, we didn't talk about.
We
We're doing the
didn't.
crossword.
um
Well, let me see what I did this week. Let me refresh my memory.
well, I mean I was thinking of something before.
Go ahead, bring it
It's
on.
it's kind of out of left field.
Oh, all right.
That's all right. We love left
Um,
field. Judy's not here. It's like Mom's here.
But I have a question for you both.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
Do I scare you when you drive in the car with me?
Yes,
Why?
Not that I've. I
you
don't think so.
drive very fast,
Okay.
and I was behind you. You're not a fan of a directional at all times.
I use my directional every time. When did I?
There were
didn't
3
I not
times
use-
today.
When?
You were making a left. Then there was another time you were moving over. You just kind of went.
Are
And
you
you
sure
drive.
you were following her?
I always use my blinker.
You were driving fast. You drive fast.
I do
Down
drive
side
fast.
streets.
No,
I drive fast,
fast.
too.
I do drive fast.
You
yes.
don't make me as nervous as Mommy does.
Well, because
That's like a thrill ride.
this is the thing. Apparently, all my friends had a conversation.
Really?
And then my
Wait,
husband
did they
too.
have the conversation behind your little back?
No. It was
Okay.
right in front of me. No.
I think that's worse.
No. Because we were driving to a party, and we were going down Pine Lawn, and Dorina was in the car in front of me, and I was driving, and I'm a tailgater. I tailgate, so I did not want to tailgate my friend, so I went around her. And that's where they said, "Oh, you're driving so fast." And I got to the place like a couple of minutes before, and she thought I was behind her, but I was already there. And she usually beats me everywhere, though. But so they started talking about my driving with Rob, and they all agreed that they are fearful because apparently when I'm talking to you, I feel the need to look at you, even if I'm driving.
And
But
you'll
wait,
drift?
are they more afraid to drive with you than they are with Rob?
No,
'Cause
no one wants to
he's
drive with Rob.
Absolutely.
He's-
No,
like,
nobody wants to
horrifying.
drive with Rob. That's bad.
Right.
I don't
But-
like driving with you.
I feel like
All right. Why is that?
You're a tailgater.
Sure.
You
I
drive
do
fast,
tailgate.
I
I
got
do.
places to be.
and you have road rage.
I only have road rage when it's completely warranted.
It's never warranted.
It is. It absolutely is.
Not in this day and age. You can get people, you get road rage at the wrong person.
Well, I'm not getting out of my car and causing a scene, but I'm going to get road rage if someone cuts me off or something like that.
right.
I think I'm a tailgater and I drive fast because I'm always in a rush.
Well, but that is
So-
not.
I don't want to be close to anyone, but I want to go the speed I want to go.
Yeah, me too.
So I got to go around you because I don't want to tailgate
Right.
you. That's not my goal,
Right.
but it's what ends up happening.
Right.
Well, you know what I think it is though too. I think that everybody thinks they're a better driver because when you're behind the wheel, you know what you can do and
Well,
can't
you're
do
more
and what
comfortable.
You're in
Yeah.
control.
right. Because I don't think that I'm a bad driver, but yet
No, I don't have any problem when you're driving.
my one friend when we were driving to Florida, she was like freaking out when I was driving the van.
Oh,
No, I was driving not the van. I'm sorry. We rented a car and I was driving the car and she was like this and I'm like I drive like an old lady in my
you
new
do
car.
drive slow.
One time, my friend Lisa and I at work, we were going to grab, I guess we were going to get lunch. I don't know. And I was driving. And that day, for some reason, I couldn't fucking drive. I couldn't drive. I kept doing things that were just weird. Why was I doing those? And I'm like, she probably cannot wait to get out of this car. So you know me, I had like addressed the pink elephant in the room, and I was like, sorry, that was such a crazy ride. I don't know what's wrong with me today. But Rob, I'm sure my husband has commented if he's watching.
He hasn't. He's
About my driving. No,
He hasn't commented, but
I think it's just I don't know. I don't
I
think
have
I'm
good.
a
Well, you
bad
said
driver.
I have good peripheral vision. So If I'm
Right.
driving this way, so I'll be driving like this, and if I'm talking to you, I'll turn this way, just for a minute,
You know what?
and it
That-
makes them all crazy.
Because that drives me crazy when you're watching a TV show and they're driving in the TV show, right? And the
Yeah.
person's driving and then they look at the person next to them for way too long
Well,
of a
apparently
time.
that's
Full
me.
conversation.
And you're like, you could not possibly be looking at that person for that long.
Apparently, that is me when I'm driving. I make them very nervous.
Now,
'Cause-
Judy,
and now I'm very conscious of it. Whenever anyone's in the car with me, now I'm
Just
trying to
turn
be
it
very
straight
conscious
ahead.
like this. And then I feel my head going, and I'm like, no, stay forward.
well, now Judy says that she doesn't drive that way. It's only when other people are in the car.
Oh, no, I do it all the time.
No, I don't
Yeah.
believe her. Is
Oh.
my point.
Yeah, no. Do you remember when we went to Atlantic City?
Yeah.
And
On the ramps, she would turn it in very short spurts.
She does that now. No,
Yeah, well,
this
that's why she's hitting
wait,
shit.
wait. This was my
she's gonna
favorite.
get so mad.
We're driving down. We're driving down Moffett Boulevard one day, right? And she's in her little car. Amy will lock eyes with you every sight the Gettysburg Address while she's driving. That's what Rob said. But we're driving down. We're driving down Moffett. And now, way up ahead, I see two police cars on the side of the road. She is unfazed. She's doing, first of all, I think it's 35 mile an hour. She's doing at least 50. And I'm like, Mom, are you gonna slow down? The cops are coming. The cops are there. She goes, and they're not gonna stop me. And she right by me.
Wait.
And the cops were like, just looking at her, like. I said,
Sometimes
I
it's
think
the
they're getting in their
audacity.
car coming after you, but they didn't. They should have.
I got pulled over once, and I didn't realize I was getting pulled over.
Oh,
I
they
was
hate
on-
that.
Well, no. I was on the highway, and like the lights started going like from behind me, and I was like, "That sucks for whoever they're after." And then I moved over, and they followed me, and I was like, "It's me. I'm the problem." And then I got
How
pulled
how
over.
many times have you gotten pulled over?
Only twice.
The very first time I got pulled over, I've only been pulled over. Maybe that was the only time. Awkward. It was when I lived at home, and I was going to work late, and
Shocking.
and I went right through a school zone.
Oh.
A little on the fast side. So I got pulled over, and he in his defense, he really tried to like let me off. He's like, "You're not from around here," and I was like, "No, I live right down that block." So like, I totally knew that it was a school zone.
Right.
Oh.
So that was stupid of me. And then he's like, "All right, give me your license and registration." So I did, and then I'm sitting there, and I went, "Oh, I have a PPA card from a cousin." And I went, "I got to get him this PPA
You
card."
did not.
So I got out of the car, and
Oh.
I ran toward the cop car,
Oh.
waving my PPA card.
Oh. Oh.
And I'm like, "Wait."
You're lucky he didn't shoot you.
I know. I go, "Wait, I have a PPA card." And he goes, "Don't ever do that again." And I was like, and then I realized what I did. And I was like, "I'm sorry. I'll go back to my car now." You know?
Yeah, you're not getting out of that. ticket.
Amazingly, he did not ticket me.
Wow.
He very well should have. He probably should have shot me.
He probably, but
I
at the
did.
very least, tase you.
Right, you should have been tased.
I
Oh
don't
my
know
God,
what
that
made me
would've been-
think that was such a good idea
Imagine
to
you
get
got
out of
tased
that
and you're like,
car.
"Yep, that's on me. That's on me."
I deserve that.
I'm at.
Actually, I would have loved.
Yeah.
That's before they had body cams. Now I'd love to see that on like a body
Oh my
cam.
God.
man.
My
It had
sister
to be-
running.
he
running
must have been
towards
like,
the,
"Look at
I
this
have a
idiot.
PPA card.
Look at this dumbass running at me with her PPA card."
Yeah, no.
Well, I actually got pulled over once. Did not get a ticket, and it was a trooper.
Oh, really, I got pulled over by a trooper and he gave me a ticket.
I
He
was
was mean.
I was in the left
He
lane.
was mean.
I was in the
was.
far left lane, and I was, kind of coming home from work in kind of like those fogs, and then I see the exit coming up, and I was like, ah! And the car behind next to me was like, when it's not going fast, it's not going slow, so I just kind of gunned it to get up and around, and he was in the bushes,
Hiding.
and he
hate
comes
when they're in the
out,
bushes.
and he's
Lying in
behind
wait.
me, and so I move over, and he was 2 cars behind me, so I'm like, oh, let me move over to give this cop room, right? And I move over, and he's still 2 cars behind me. So how am I supposed to know he's pulling me over, right? And I get off of the thing, and now he's behind me. So I pull off on the ramp,
We're engaged in a car chase.
and he comes over and he goes, I was like, I'm sorry, what did I do? And he goes, how about 84 miles an hour? And I went, I was missing my exit. I said, I'm sorry, I had to get in front of that car. He goes, and then you made me chase you? I was like, no, I swear I did not know that you were pulling me over. And now I already have my license, my registration, and my PBA card. And I hand it to him.
You give it to him all at once.
Yes.
And he goes, who's the PBA card? And I told him it was my cousin. And he goes, slow down. And he just gets me my stuff back.
See, I was pulled over by a trooper once, and it was the dead of night. I was the only person on the road. This is what drove
how fast
me crazy.
were you going?
I was probably going like 75. No, I was going like 75.
Speeding.
Yeah, I was speeding. Regardless, I understand what I did. Guilty as charged. But what annoyed me about the whole thing was this: he waited because he was kind of, I think, following me for a while because I didn't really see him, and it was nighttime, and I'm driving, and I guess during the day, this is a work zone. Dead of night, no workers, no one anywhere. Signs are basically in the bushes, can't see them. He waited till I passed 2 signs, and then he whoop got me. Pulls me over, and he goes, are you aware you were just going through a work zone? And I tried to engage in a little humor. I was like, oh, I am now. And he was like, he didn't think it was funny at all.
They're not known for their senses of humor.
No, they're really not. And so he gave me a ticket right then and there. He did not care about anything that I had to say for myself. And I just thought it was ridiculous because there were no workers. There was no one to be.
That's true.
seen.
No one to hit.
So I think the rule should be right. So I think the rule should be that when there's workers out.
Do you know what the penalty is for getting pulled over with a cell phone in hand?
Death.
Close to it. It is a monetary fine and 5 points on your license.
Ooh.
That's hefty.
That is a hefty penalty.
That is.
You know, I have
Grace
points
is
on my license.
Definitely going to get one of those.
You know, I have points on my license because of that instance with the trooper.
Why? Oh, because you went through the thing.
To a work zone.
Wow.
And he waited to nab me. I was a quota, people.
And you are always changing your music on your phone when you're driving.
Well, let's not say that so that the trooper's watching.
Well, I don't think they're
Do
putting
you
an
guys
APB out for
ever,
you.
when you're driving somewhere, like, this happens to me on the way to work. Because, it's automatic.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
driving.
You
Yeah.
just wake up and you're there?
Yeah, so, like,
Yeah.
I'll get to, I got to take Sunrise down to Udall, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'll get down to the deli on Udall, and I have no recollection of turning onto Udall.
Yes.
I could have hit animals, birds, people. I don't feel
Yes.
like I would remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think...
Is that bad?
No, that happens to me a lot.
It's creepy.
Sometimes I'll be
creepy.
pulling in my driveway and I'm like, oh, I'm
home.
Was I
Yeah.
sleeping?
It's like-
I mean, I could have been sleeping. I could have been. Yeah, no, I loved when Bridget first started driving and something happened. I think with one of the bridges, and you got a ticket in the mail.
Well, no, here's what happens. I get a lot of red light tickets.
Do you
And
now?
I do.
She
Now, I
does.
shouldn't say a lot, but I've gotten a couple. And every time, I think it's an absolute sham. And then I watch the video, and I watch myself blow a red light.
But she's like, I'm not paying this. And when it first happened, she was on my insurance, so yeah, you are.
Not paying it.
She's always like, I'm not paying it. This is preposterous.
Well, my son, when he was, started driving in the beginning, I got one of those, you went through a stopped bus
Sarah
ticket.
got one of those once.
And I was like, I did not. And then I
Twice.
looked, and guess who it was? It was good old Robert Byer. So I go into him, I go, hey, dum-dum, what do you do in passing buses that are stopped? I did not. Let's go to the videotape.
Roll the tape.
Yeah,
And
you
he goes
can't.
like this.
Yep.
Well, he put it out as I was going through. I go, it's right there. He did not.
He didn't.
Right.
He didn't.
You moved. That's the way it was.
Mhm. I know.
But-
You always want to fight it, but the technology will get you every
Yeah.
time.
You don't want to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. But funny enough, when we went to Italy, by the time we got home, right, we were all a little on the cranky side.
Putting it mildly.
Yeah. And then we waited outside for them to come and pick us up for quite a long time. And then they left us there for a while and then charged us for being late. Remember?
Oh yeah, taking
And
us
my
back to the
husband
parking
was so
parking lot.
Mad, right?
Yes.
That he pulled out of that parking lot like a bat out of hell. And then, a couple of weeks later, guess what? He also ran a red light. I go, I remember when that happened. I said, you were still cursing from the guys who, charged us. And I saw you go through that red light.
Yep.
And there it is.
Yeah, those
Plain
red
view.
light tickets they're unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well,
They
after
are.
all of this, I hope we all get home safely tonight.
Yes, in the
Yeah.
rain. I mean, it is
Incident.
Wednesday, so it's raining. 'Cause-
Right.
I do have one last kind of funny story that has to do with the police,
Okay.
if you'll...
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Well,
please.
we have time for plugs after that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'll try to make it quick, but when I was in high school, the boy I was dating had, it was a jalopy. It was not a nice car. Like, literally every time he would make a left turn, his horn would honk. It took us about 3 weeks to figure out people weren't honking at him, that it was him every time he turned. So we were coming up to Sunrise Highway on Comac Road, like if you were coming from where you're moving from to go to our house. And he stopped at the light on Sunrise, and the cop is behind us. The cop that just kicked us out of the parking lot that we were in. We were talking. Anyway, so now they roll up behind us, and all of a sudden, this piece of crap car, the trunk spontaneously pops open where there's 3 cases of beer.
Oh, boy.
So now he's like, I'm like, the trunk's open. So he hops out to close the trunk, doesn't put the car in park, and I'm rolling through Sunrise Highway with the cops behind me. And luckily he saw that, and he jumped back in the car and put the car in park, and then the trunk opened again, and he had to get out again and do it. And I think the cops probably were just laughing
Oh,
hysterically,
they had to be,
and
yeah,
that's
they
why
had
they
it.
didn't do anything about it, because it was ridiculous.
That's
It
very
was
funny.
ridiculous.
That's
yeah.
That'd be a good thing there wasn't
Good
a body
thing.
in the
I mean,
trunk.
I think at that point I might have rathered the body. I don't know.
All right. 2 minutes left. We got plug time.
Plugs.
I have all the posters.
Plug.
We're going to
plug
start
away.
with the plugs. We're going to
Okay.
start with my plugs.
All right, go ahead.
This
Look
Saturday.
how fancy you are with your little
Yeah,
poster.
this Saturday, May 18th, at the South Shore Theater in Lindenhurst at 8 o'clock. It's an all-ladies show if you want to come out and laugh at some funny ladies.
Is that all your
That's
plugs?
this Saturday. No, wise guy.
Oh, my plug. Oh.
No, that's my plug.
All right, I'm on a
Wow.
different one.
May 23rd at the, I never say this right,
Here we go.
Necromantic Brewing Company.
She did it.
I did it.
Woo.
So big. I have
Great.
one more.
Wow.
June 2nd.
Uh-oh,
I will
scheduled to appear.
Yes, at the Forest Hills Comic Con in Forest Hills High School in Forest Hills. And it will be me and Tony Ann, who was Molly in the film with me, and we will be appearing there.
Very good.
Okay, Forest Hills. Now it's my plugs.
Now it's your plugs.
I will be on this comedy show.
Is
at
that you on the
Squarehead-
poster right
No,
there?
that's Kelpie. At Squarehead Brewery. I'll be there on May 24th. Okay.
Okay.
Then I'll be at Ghost Brew. I'm doing a brewery tour, clearly.
Wow, really?
on
You are
June
on-
6th.
Wow.
That's a Thursday, so I'll be there. It's a good picture of me. And then I will be at the Setauket Village Diner. That'll be interesting.
That's in a diner.
On
Okay,
Saturday,
that's fine.
June 8th, allegedly. So that's where I'll be those days.
All right. All right. That sounds great. Well,
Excuse me.
Okay,
Amy,
where
what
will
are
you
you
be?
plugging?
I will be working this weekend with intense events. We're very busy. We have
Glamping and
parties
picnics.
all weekend. That's where I'll be.
Big glamping weekend.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
All right. Oh, and if you happen to be in Whiting, New Jersey this weekend, I'm going to be at the Village Comic Con there in Whiting. I have to drive for 3 hours and then come back for the show on Saturday. So that'll be fun.
love
You
that.
are just making tracks all over.
I did not realize how far it was, or I would not have said yes. Anyway,
All right, show's over.
that's our show. Stay tuned for Laughter Saves Lives Live. I will be co-hosting again with the very handsome and funny John LaRocchia. And Judy, we miss you, and we can't wait for you to come back next week. So have a great night, everybody.